honor and a pleasure to be speaking with Shane, Larenz. Thank you both for your time. Larenz, when I was just on the line with Daniel, he talked about you two knowing each other before, and I remember they were both on Love Monkey. I love that show, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
Hey, Darren, Daniel and I'm assuming you think you're meaning Sanjata. We also worked on Rescue Me for 5-6 seasons. Yeah, so I've been knowing Daniel Sanjata for a long time.
There you go. Shane, who did you know, if anybody, from the show before you were casting it?
Gosh, that's a good question. Let me think. Yeah, nobody. I mean, I don't know if that's totally true. I feel like I've run into some people here and there, or people that were cast after the fact. But from the original show, it was like just a bunch of like, oh, I know who that is, and I know who that is. But I don't think I'd really crossed paths with anybody professionally until Power.
Larenz, is that true, or did you meet Shane once and he doesn't remember it?
You know, I've been trying to, be in Shane's circle for so long, saying he just continues to overlook me. It's, I've been like, in his shadows for so long, and he's never turned around and looked at it. And I'm there, man. Come on, brother.
We're all in Shane's shadow.
Won't stop calling. I had to change my number.
Yeah. Well, he's finally, now that we made it to season 2 of Ghost, he's finally returning my calls and accepting it. I got his new number. I had to get it from someone else, but I have it.
Progress. Shane, do you like playing an attorney on this show?
Yeah, I love it. It's funny. The attorneying, if that's a thing, aspect of the law is not necessarily the bulk of who this character is. You know what I mean? Like that's the driving force, obviously. But at this point, it's become really more about what goes on outside the courtroom, and that's certainly a lot of fun to play in.
Similar question to you, Larenz. Playing a council person, politics, is that something that you think you could do in the future because you've done all the work related to the research of it?
Could I do it if I set my mind to it? Yes. Do I want to? No. Because I'm able to play this character and play in the space of politics and go away from it. When you're a politician, you have to keep that armor on. You have to be underneath this microscope, and you have to almost be perfect. And we're not perfect people, so I would not want to be a politician in real life. I do enjoy playing Larenz Tate and all the things that he's finding himself into. But I'll leave it on screen.
Before I ask my last question.
A writing campaign coming.
A writing campaign? Maybe.
Before I ask my last thing at both of you, your character's last name is Tate. Your real last name is Tate. The most coincidence of coincidences, or did they rewrite that for you?
I got to really get down to it. When I talked to Courtney Kemp about joining the show, Power, she told me, she says, hey, this character who's this young politician is, his last name is going to be Tate. So I don't know if she deliberately did that, but I said, sign me up. I didn't even know his first name. She's like, his last name is going to be Tate. I said, don't tell me his first name. It's not important. We're representing the Tate brand, and it's all good.
The Tate brand. Shane,
yes.
Last question at you, and then also at Larenz. Are you allowed to talk about what's next besides Power Book 2, or this is it, November 21st?
I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. You mean like outside of the Power universe?
Yes. Is everything on Power Book 2?
What do you mean? Sorry, repeat the question.
Sometimes when you're under the deadline.com embargo, you can't talk about what's next. And you're like, can't talk about it. Is this the only upcoming role for you? That you
No. I have some other things coming out.
Shane has so much stuff going on, man. This dude is always working. He's like, should I talk about what he's? Come on, Shane, you got a ton of stuff. He's a writer, director, producer.
As a matter of fact, Larenz is in a movie that he doesn't know it yet, but he's finding out right now. He's in a movie that I'm writing and producing right now that's coming up next year. Yeah.
I'm a businessman. Okay. So, I mean, as long as the role is a dynamic role and that paperwork is right, you know what I mean by paperwork. The paper, my brother, the paper.
Paperwork will be fine.
So the last thought is Shane went from knowing no one to employing everyone in the cast right here. So
Darren, you're up is Darren, you're gonna be a part of this too, brother. You know, it's nepotism. I'm gonna bring you in. We're connected. We're his shadows, right? So, you know, the shadows have to get apart. Gotcha.
I am looking forward to shadowing. Thank you both for your time and the many years of great work. Both of you. Keep it up.
Thanks so much, Darren.
Paltrocast.